Hello students. In today's class we shall be discuss on unit 1 of class 5, that is Invention of Shoes, which is written by Rabindranath Tagore. But before explaining the questions, I would like to request to all the students to please take out your book, page number 5 of Gulmohar, 9th edition. So question number 1 is talking about what about King Hobu worried? What was King Hobu worried about? What was King Hobu worried about? So question A first it is that King Hobu was worried about his feet getting dirty whenever he stepped on the ground. He wanted to get rid of the dust in his kingdom so that his feet would remain clean. So that is the answer of question number 1, that he was worried. Why? Because getting his feet dirty whenever he stepped on the ground, he wanted to get rid of the dust of his kingdom so that his feet would remain clean. In question number 2, here you don't have to do anything. You have to simply just cross or just check the thing that whatever in order it is given or not. So it says that from your book I'm reading, please check in your book, that the people in the kingdom came up with many solutions for the king's problem. Place this solution in order and then tick yes, that solution, the solution that worked, and cross out the solution that did not work. So here basically you have to tick yes or you have to tick cross. Tick yes or tick cross. You have to tick yes when the solution given by people of the kingdom was worked, and you have to cross over the solution which was given by the people that was not worked. Okay, so here you have to do the same. So for that you can see the first is written. Just wait. Let me take my pencil. So here point number C will be the first in order. So A, B, C, D, there are 4 options given in your book. Here point wise in order I have given you. So the very first order, which is C, says that they try to sweep off all the dust from the kingdom with a broom. So that was the first order given by them, which is not work. So that is why here crossed is mentioned. Number 2, okay, reason is also asked in the question. What is the reason? Why it is flopped? Why it did not work? What is the reason behind that? So here the reason is it did not work because the sweeping covered the entire kingdom with the dust. It did not work. Why? Because the sweeping covered the entire kingdom with the dust. Then after A point in order, the first point will be in second. So they tried to wash off all the dust with the water. That also did not work. Okay. Why? Because the water got mixed with the dust and filled the kingdom with sludge. Then the animals could not walk and the fish could not swim. So no work could get done. People fell sick. So that was the reason behind that. This solution also did not work. Number 3 is D. So 3 says that they wanted the king to stay at home. It is also not possible. So cross is mentioned. Why it is not possible? The reason behind that the king did not accept this idea because he felt his royal work would get stopped and the kingdom would be doomed if he stayed indoors. So that is why this also did not work. Now the next is what is work actually? So the next suggestion, that is the tanner suggested that the king cover his feet with leather. See that here tick mark is mentioned. So that is why this answer will be correct answer, and the order what I explained you will be the same. Okay. Now then after we will move towards the next question, which is question number 3. Question number 3 is given on the same page, page 5. What is the difference between the solution given by the tanner and the others in the king's court? Can we learn anything from it? So very good question. We'll see. The tanner offered a simple solution that could be easily worked out without causing hardship and difficulty to others. Okay, He offered a solution that could be easily worked out without causing hardship and difficulty to others. If he wanted to protect his feet, means the king wanted to protect his feet, all that the king needed to do was to cover his feet. Means if the king wanted not to dirty his feet, so that he should cover his feet only. But the others, but the others in the kingdom offered suggestion without thinking if they were practically possible. So what about the other suggestion? The other suggestions was like that they were given the suggestion without thinking, that they were not practically possible. Okay, so that was the difference between these two suggestions. Now what is asking? That the ideas caused a lot of difficulty and hardship to anyone in the kingdom. So whatever the other suggestion that created a lot of difficulty and hardship to everybody in the kingdom. And what we have learned from this story, so from this we learn that if there is a problem, we must be calm and think of a smart solution that can be worked out easily. So this answer was clear, I hope. Now next question is, now we will move towards B part B on the same page. Part B is talking about, there is a statement, see underlined, that I have underlined here. You were supposed to get rid of the dust, not fill the world with it. You were supposed to get rid of the world, not filled with it. Statement. Okay, did the entire world really get filled with the dust? Why does the king say so? So the statement given by the king, what he told, that you are supposed to get rid of the dust, not to fill the world with it. Clear? Okay, just wait. Okay, so here, no, first of all, did the entire world get filled with dust? Why does the king say that? So what about that? First of all, the answer will be no, the entire world did not get filled with dust. But the king says that to show the amount of dust all the sweeping had brought about. So why the king say like that? So that is why he says, why? Because actually he show the amount of dust, by sweeping the dust, that will be a lot of dust everywhere. So that is why, to show the amount of dust, the king just wanted to realize them to whom they were giving the idea. Okay, so that is why he says to show the amount of dust all the sweeping had brought about. So what the sweeping had brought about, that was too much dust. So that is why he says that he told to remove it out, to dust, get rid of it, remove it out, but not to you have filled a lot of dust here. Now next question. They made a purchase of 17,50,000 broom. Okay, a purchase of 17,50,000 broom. Then 20 lakhs water carriers. So big thing. See, okay, big thing. 17 purchase for what? For 17,00,000 brooms, and then 21 lakhs water carrier. It's a big thing. Set out with a bag of water. Why do you think the author gives us? Why do you think the author gives us these numbers? What picture does it create in our mind? So what about that numbers? So very clear that he gives us these numbers to show the large amount of money and work involved. So whatever suggestion they were giving, so if the king will apply these suggestions, so that will work a large number of money and work, the working people. So they need time, money and many things. So that is why it gives us a feeling of very huge activity involving hundreds of people, lots of noise and dust. So that was flaw. Next question. The royal feet were saved. So was Gobu, and so was the earth. Very good statement you will see. The royal feet were saved. So was Gobu, and so was the last line of the chapter you will see here. The statement. How was the earth saved? So the king and his men had already done enough damage to earth. Okay, the king and his men had already done enough damage to earth by sweeping all the mud and then emptying the rivers and lakes. Okay, they were emptying the rivers and lakes due to this damage. So they even wanted to cover the entire kingdom with the carpets and leather. Okay, that was the plan. They wanted to do that. So the tanner's clever ideas stopped the king's men from causing more damage to the earth. Okay, so how the earth was saved? The earth was saved with the tanner's idea. Okay, the earth was saved by the tanner's idea that not to destroy the king's men nor the kingdom. Now, students, now that was the question answer. I hope things were clear to you. Now we will move to the grammar parts of this chapter. So grammar part is given on page number 60 and 7. Please take out your book, page number 60 and 7. See, exercise A is talking about circle the direct object and underline the indirect object in this sentence. So direct and indirect object you have to only circle. Here Arav gave his friends a painting for his birthday. See, indirect object is what? Indirect object is generally what? That is asking the question whom or to whom. So Arav gave to whom? So Arav gave his friend what? A painting. So students, here painting is direct object, and here what is circle direct object. So I have not circled here, I just given the words in bracket. So that is direct object which is given in all brackets. Okay, and underline the indirect object. So his friend will be indirect object. Clear, students? Now second is Lena sent her father an e-card. So to whom she sent a card? So her father will be indirect object, and what she sent to her father? So an e-card. E-card will be direct object. Okay, and that will be indirect object. Number 3. The teacher gave the class a few tips before the exam. Class will be indirect object, a few tips will be direct object. Next will be Aunt Rima brought us all some sweets. So us all indirect object, some sweet will be direct object. Okay, now next one is we served the guest cold drinks. What we serve? Cold drinks and snacks will be direct objects. Clear? That will be, the guest will be indirect object. And the last is will you give your mother a message from me? So what is indirect object here? So only the message. Clear, student? Just wait till let me take my pencil. Okay, alright. So here mother, only till mother. Okay, here till mother only, students. A message, till only a message. So a message will be direct object. Okay, so that is your answer of this exercise. Now we will proceed for the next exercise that is given on the same page. Here what you have to do, so rewrite these words to make complete sense, then mark the direct object and the indirect object, the same direct and indirect object. Okay, see, some jumbles words are given here. First you have to arrange it. Okay, order, you have to write in order. So told a story, a, he, me. So here will be he told me a story in order, and student me will be indirect object and a story is direct object. Okay, now number 2. So the arrange words I am talking to you. The coach gave the coach gave the team extra practice. Okay, so extra practice will be direct object and the team, that will be indirect object. Clear? Now number 3. Her mother baked her a cake. So a cake will be direct object and then her mother baked her. This her will be indirect object. Clear? Now next is fourth one. The principal didn't tell them the result of the content. There are 2 times result, just cut one. The result of the content. Okay, so here the result of the content from here to here will be direct object, and then after the answer them, okay, them, this will be indirect object. Okay, now the last is fifth one. So the fifth one is talking about what? Pass me a glass of water. Pass me a glass of water. So here me will be indirect object and a glass of water will be direct object. Okay, me will be indirect object and glass of water will be indirect object is mentioned here. Okay students, now we will move towards the next page, page number 7. Here words in use you have to write. Words in use, it is given to match the columns. So what to do here? You have to just wait. Okay, here on this page you have to match it. Page number 7 we are talking about, so we will match it first. See, large, here answer I will just explain you. The words are given in column A and the meanings are given in column B. So large, you will match large with massive. Okay, let me change my pen's color, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, red will be best. So large will be massive. Okay, now again there is given angry. The second word is angry. Put angry to furious. Then the third is bad. For bad you will put severe. For bad you will put severe, that is given here. Okay, and then after simple, for simple you can write here child's play. Simple work, that is child's play. Misfortune, misfortune, that is what? Tragedy. Okay, misfortune is what? Tragedy. Then after sad, here sad will be what? Miserable. Okay, sad will be what? Miserable. So students, here large will be E. I am writing here E. Large will be E. Angry will be F. Then bad will be D. Then simple will be C. Misfortune will be B. And then sad is A. So you can take a screenshot of this answer and you can write in your book. Okay, now the last exercise, on the basis of the same exercise we will move forwards on that. See, it's talking about, look at the highlighted words in given, highlighted words in these dialogues. Look at the highlighted words in these dialogues and refers to the table and write a response of the first sentence using the strong word for it. So students, what the same we have just done here. So on the basis of that, students, you have to use a strong word. These are the strong words that you have to use in the next exercise. So we'll see that. The first says that it was the task. Okay, sorry, was the task simple? Asking about was the task simple. So For this you will mm, for this you will write child's play. Okay. Now it was child's play, as I told earlier that child's play which has the meaning of simple. Okay, child's play, that is what is meaning of simple. So it was a child's play means that was a simple work. No. Now dear students, the second sentence is they were sad. So as I told, sad meaning word was miserable. So answer will be yes, they were miserable. So the sad is not a strong word, but miserable is a stronger word of that. Clear? Now third, was he very angry? In truth, he was furious. Furious is the strong word of angry. Okay. Now fourth is that looks like a large building. So here large means massive. It is massive. Then the fifth one, misfortune. Misfortune is what? Tragedy. It was a great tragedy. And then the last is bad. So bad will be severe. Yes, the damage was not bad but severe. So all these words, what you have to write here, you have to simply write the strong words of these given words. Clear, students? So here we have finished complete question answer and all exercises of the unit 1, that is the invention of a shoe. I will try to make the next video for the next poem. Okay, there is a poem books, so I will try to make video on it on the next time. So I hope that this video will help you. So if it help you, please do mention in comment box. And till the next time, students, thank you so much and have a nice day.